4 months ఎందుకు చేశారు మీరు?
There was some difference of opinion which I can't bring on record in a public place. Maybe I'll tell you later on. So I was very keen to move out of the city police, but then I was told that if suddenly an officer of your profile, reputation, all is suddenly moved out in 4 months, so it will again give rise to rumors and lot of speculation in the media and the politicians. So, okay, you are having some issues with somebody, so we'll put you to crime and SIT. So I came to crime and SIT. After all, whatever the government decides, being a disciplined officer, you have to obey. So I came to crime and SIT, and I was there again for a few months. Then again there was very big case involving some 300 crores thing, in which I was not very happy with the way things were moving. And I found that there was certain amount of, I was facing certain pressures and conflicting and contradictory pressures and changing orders and instructions. I was not very comfortable. So, and the team below me was also getting compromised because 300 crores is big amount. So then I voluntarily requested that the post of welfare was lying vacant since additional DG Mr. Vivek Dubey had left that. And I asked, in writing, I asked that please post me to that place. Keep anybody of your choice over here, I'll be too happy. And it was gleefully accepted, so I immediately got to welfare and I was very happy there. And then I was in welfare for about 7-8 months as IG and additional DG, where we did some path making work. Yes, in welfare I can tell you, we brought out an entire compendium of all the welfare related schemes of Andhra Pradesh government for the police. And I can say, whether it is AP or now it is Telangana, that this state has some of the most progressive schemes for police welfare across the country. In fact, I gave a presentation in this regard at that time in Government of India to a macro mission which is there on police welfare. We have Bhadrata, we have Arogya Bhadrata, and we have whole lot of schemes giving educational loans, different types of other things. So all that I brought them together in one comprehensive compendium. Reason being that in our country, the lack of knowledge is a huge problem, and that gives rise to corruption. So if a constable has to apply for a loan, he does not know what documents he is supposed to furnish, how he has to fill up the form, how should he go about it, and every level he is harassed by our own internal bureaucracy or DPO staff and whatever. So I brought everything together in the form of a compendium and distributed right up to the police station level, put it on online also, and made it in a very simple way. So that gave awareness that if somebody has to apply, I should go about it. Second thing is, we made that all the remittance of money will be done online. So somebody has applied for a loan, maybe 50,000 or 5 lakhs, money will go directly into his bank account. He doesn't have to wait for a check, because again getting a check involves corruption. So there was a lot of resistance, we ensured that. Then under Arogya Bhatta also we wrote to the government and we requested them that in any case, since parents are entitled to reimbursement of parents of a government servant, why not it be covered? So that was accepted, and later on, the parents are covered up to the extent of 1 lakh each parent per year. So that was another thing we could get through. I got for the children of the deceased police personnel who have lost their life in Noxnut violence, we got a beautiful, residential building constructed for them in Ambarpet. Very nice building was constructed for the children, and we ensured that these children, their education is totally free, their boarding and lodging is made free. We added a library, we added a computer center over there. So these were some of the things which we did. Then this police canteens, just as army has CSD canteens, we have CPC, Central Police Canteens. Unfortunately, though this concept had come about almost, I think, 15-20 years back, at that point of time, and I am talking of 2012, there was not even one police canteen in AP, or for that matter Telangana, not even one canteen. So I took it up in a big way with the Government of India, with the society, it's something called the WARB, Welfare and Rehabilitation Board, which is in charge in Government of India. We took with them, and I got large number of police canteens allotted. We started the construction, and the first one came about in Yusufwada battalion only, another one in Vishakhapatnam, third one in Vijayawada. while I was there. They got sanctioned. So I got sanctioned actually for 13 police canteens in this state. So, and that is now there is a canteen in our academy also.
Oh.
So which gives benefit of 20 to 30% on different products. So it is cheaper, even in electronic items. A TV which may otherwise be costing in the market for 20,000, it is available with us for about 15,000. So it's a huge benefit to the constabulary. So that was another thing which was done during my time. And then of course I went to Border Security Force. Border Security Force has its own ethos, it has its own culture, it's a very different milieu. Their job, I would say, it is first of all the biggest border guarding force in the world with a strength of about 2,75,000. And it is guarding the borders with Pakistan and Bangladesh. For me also, despite being an IPS officer and having been in the service for such a long time, it was a revelation. Each one of us, we have a general perception that it is the army which guards the borders. Nothing is farther from the truth. Because as per international conventions, borders between any two countries have to be guarded only by police forces. Army cannot be there. This is the law. This is the rule as per international conventions. Therefore, the entire border of India with with Bangladesh, 100% is with BSF, 4,095 kilometers. There is no army. There is no army with India's border with Bangladesh. Likewise, the 97% plus of the Indo-Pakistan border is with BSF. Army is available only on very few areas, which is part of what is known as LOC, line of control, which is the area which is of dispute. So you would be seeing in the papers, they write about Indo-Pakistan firing in Jammu. It is essentially the BSF, Border Security Force, not the army. Army is there only on disputed areas, which is less than 2 to 3% of the total. And even in those areas, BSF is there. And again, BSF has, in terms of weaponry, they have their own artillery. We don't have, of course, the Bofors, which is 155 mm, but we have up to 115 mm guns also. And very professional force. Their mandate is limited in nature, unlike the civil police, which does large amount of duties of different types. It is only border guarding and border guarding alone for BSF, but they do it very well, and there's tremendous focus on training. But again, each organization has its problems, that also has its problems. One big problem is that unlike the army, where we have system of peacetime and peacetime postings and field postings and non-field, and people can come to cantonments, stay with families. BSF, every Jawan keeps moving from one border to another. So today he may be on Tripura border, second day he may be on Rajasthan border, third day he may be on Kashmir border. There is no system of cantonments as you have in the army. So there is a tremendous sense of, you are away from your family throughout your life. So that was one issue which needs to be addressed, and it is being addressed progressively in a very positive manner, but it has its own challenges and pressures and stresses which get built up on the Jawans and also on the officers. And that was again a very good experience. I was first of all in Calcutta, and Calcutta frontier, what is called the South Bengal frontier, is considered to be the most challenging frontier in BSF. Reason being that frontier is most vulnerable to three types of crime. One is cattle smuggling, and it is estimated that the cattle smuggling from India to Bangladesh, there is an Hindustan Times article also, is in the range of around 7,000 to 8,000 crores per annum. That is one thing. Second thing is, of course, illegal immigration, the illicit human trafficking and immigration, people coming, Rohingyas and everybody, Bangladesh is coming into India. That is another problem. And the third is FICN, fake Indian fake currency from Bangladesh. So in Malda area, maximum FICN gets pumped into India from Malda, particularly two villages called Churyantpur and Kaliyachak. tremendous influx of fake currencies there. In fact, even when I was there in Kurnool, in Adilabad, in Vizag, and most of our SPs, whenever we catch fake currency and we start unraveling the mystery, we start going backward as to how to start establishing the backward linkages. Ultimately, it leads to Malda. कि साहब मालदा से इंडिया में आया था. From beyond Malda, it goes into Bangladesh or Pakistan, whatever. So that is the most challenging frontier. So we did a lot of work over there in BSF in Calcutta to minimize influx of fake currency, to control cattle smuggling, and also to see that this illegal immigration doesn't take place. I would like to mention that at that point of time in 2013, when I was there in Calcutta, this is now almost 6 years back, I wrote a detailed report talking about the influx of Rohingya Muslims.
Oh.
And when I was that was the first time that Rohingya Muslims were being apprehended, and we did interrogation, and we found that we did not have experts to speak in their language. Most of us speak either in English or Hindi or Bangla or Urdu, isn't it? Of course, Telugu is a local language, but at the borders. So, Hindi, English, Bangla, Urdu, because it's a border with Bangladesh. Bengal mein Bengali bolte. But these guys have a very different language. So, even when we are trying to do interrogation of these people, the language which they speak, which is I think Rakhne or Rakhiya, something like this, none was able to speak. So how do you interrogate them? How did you come inside? Who helped you? Who assisted you? And nothing will be there. So then I report saying that we need to have people, experts who know the language. We used to get one professor from Jadavpur University, who was knowing this language, and he will translate during interrogation ki bhai ye kya bol rahe. And then I unraveled a plan which I can't tell in this interview about a particular country which was involving itself in ensuring that this Rohingyas, they get a smooth passage across Bangladesh from Burma. They are thrown into India, and then it becomes India's problem. So I did some study on that, submitted a report, and there was some follow-up action which we can't, of course, tell on record.
For more videos, subscribe to iDream.
And loads of fun entertainment and content, do watch iDreams.
Do subscribe iDream Media.
దయచేసి iDreams మీరు సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయాల్సిందిగా నేను కోరుతున్నాను.
I am Dr. Nayak, DT Nayak. For more videos, please subscribe to iDream.
Please subscribe iDream News.
Please subscribe iDream.
Please subscribe iDreams.
మీరు చూస్తున్నారు iDream News.